So you bought a franchise and now you want to sell it? You might be thinking that I'll talk you out of that, but you might be wrong. So you bought a franchise business and now you're ready to sell it. Many times people don't even realize that their franchise business is theirs to sell. But that's one of the greatest benefits of building a franchise business is that you're building this asset that has equity that's going to be valuable to somebody else. Because there are people who think about owning a business, but they don't want to start from scratch. They're willing and able to pay you a multiple of what you've built. If you've built a business to that level, why wouldn't you want to sell it? But what should you consider when you're thinking about selling your business? The number one thing I'm going to say to you as the consultant who's worked with a fair amount of resales over the years is, number one, you should alert your franchisor, because the franchisor then can alert consultant groups that they have this resale and I might be able to find you a buyer for your business. Don't be afraid to tell your franchisor that you're ready to sell your business, because if you're ready to get out, they want to help you get out. The buyer for your business is going to ask to see the numbers. They want to justify the asking price that you've put on your business. So have your tax returns ready. In addition to your tax returns, have your story straight. They want to know, if this business is so great, why are you selling it, right? But what oftentimes people don't understand is that businesses are built to be sold. I mean, listen, if you can take some amount of money, invest it in a company, turn it into this, 7-figure revenue business that's netting to you some percentage of that, and then someone's going to pay you a multiple of that net return to go away, and maybe that exit is a 7-figure exit for you, why wouldn't you build a business to sell it, right? That's part of the biggest advantage in owning a business. But the buyer coming in may not be as educated or savvy, and especially if they're not working with someone like the Daily Coach, they might not be educated on the idea that this owner who's selling the business built it with the intention of selling it. If you can put a multiple on what you've built and somebody's going to be willing to pay you that, why wouldn't you build your business to sell it? Even when I'm consulting with my candidates on what kind of business they should select, we're beginning with the end in mind. Because if I'm working with somebody that wants to build and sell in 5 to 7 years, I want to bring them businesses that are going to ramp fast so that at 5 to 7 years, they have something significant to sell. So what I'm saying to you, my advice to you is get your story straight. If you want to be a confident franchise owner, even if you've struggled in the business or you have an idea of why you think your business hasn't been as successful as you wanted it to be, don't go sharing that with your buyer. Share enough that they understand what you've built, but then leave the investigation of your business and your opportunity to that candidate. Let the buyer do his or her own due diligence to determine for themselves what is necessary to drive success in the business and where the business may have some potential challenges. Because what they see as a challenge may not be what you see as a challenge. They will go out and talk to other franchise owners to understand from other people in the system how the business should look and sound from people that are doing well, from people that are average performing franchise owners. And then they're going to come back with that knowledge to the business that you've built and to compare and contrast the stories. And then that's going to allow them to make a better counter offer to the asking price that you've put on your business. The last piece of advice I would have is to be patient. Selling a business is not going to happen overnight. It may take 6 months to a year. Give yourself the time. In the end, I believe that all businesses should be built to be sold. So congratulations to you if you are now at that time where you're ready to put a multiple on your business and exit. I've interviewed franchisors who have told me that some of their franchise owners make the biggest hit on their investment upon exit. So really, you'd be foolish not to try to sell what you've built. If you're thinking about investing in a franchise business with the purpose to sell it, leave a comment below or reach directly out to The Daily Coach. And don't forget to like and subscribe.